What's going on, guys? Crew Productions here, and man, is it good to be back. That was a very long 2 weeks, a lot of fun. For you guys who don't know, I spent the last 2 weeks at this outdoor camp without any technology. It was pretty hardcore, but a lot of fun, and I learned a lot there. And before we start this commentary about the camp, I just want to say this was my first couple matches on these new face-off maps when they first came out for PlayStation, and I was just trying to use the newbiest class I could to tick off the other team. So that's, of course, the ACR Silence Grenade Launcher, and what else but Final Stand. There we go, love that class. So I had a lot of fun at camp, and I just can't thank you guys enough for the support I've been getting. I haven't even really posted any videos since I was at camp for 2 weeks, and I couldn't record anything there because they didn't allow any technology or anything. But you guys still been subscribing, and I just reached 400. Let's try to get 500. I'm pretty close, but let's get this awesome commentary started. So I just want to say this was an awesome camp. It was called Camp Ridgecrest, if any of you guys want to look it up or see what it was. And there's a boys camp and a girls camp, and I of course went to the boys. So this first commentary is probably going to be about the different skills that I've had and stuff like that. So the skills that I had were paintball, riflery, canoeing, rocketry, trash line, and mountain biking, and I'll explain each one a little bit more in depth. So what our basic day was is we would wake up, go meet out, and if we weren't there in time for the meeting, we would have to run around camp and stuff. But we would meet up, eat breakfast, and then after breakfast we would have quiet time, which is where we just like get quiet and hang out, and then we would have our first 3 skills, and then the next day we would have the next 3 skills, and then after skills we would have lunch, and then rest hour. We would have free time, like a whole hour of free time, and then a tribal activity, and then another like half hour free time or whatever, and then we would have afternoon activity, or outdoor activity I mean, and that's where like we all just get together and play some fun game as a whole camp. So my first skill was paintball, and that was a lot of fun. The first day we actually ended up beating the other team so much that they ran out of the course. We just kept shooting at them, gave them no mercy. They literally ran all the way across camp. It was hilarious. We kicked their butts so much. I loved that skill. The other thing that really sucked was we had no padding, so it was like super hardcore. We didn't have like anything, so if you would get shot in the nuts, I feel sorry for you. And this one kid did it did not feel good. You guys can guarantee that. But the second one was riflery, and that was a lot of fun too, because what we got to do was basically shoot up whatever we want. This one kid brought a can of Axe, the deodorant, and it was pressurized, and then when he shot it, it just blew up. I bought a little paintball from the skill before, and then when I shot that, the paint went everywhere. A bunch of people brought t-shirts and stuff like that. So that was a lot of fun, because like really the counselors were really chill. They just let us shoot whatever we want. And then the next skill was canoeing. That was pretty cool, because we got to like just swim around the lake. That was kind of a skill where we could relax before our rest hour. I really liked that. We just got to sit around the lake, do a bunch of easy stuff. We never really had to do a whole lot in that skill. Now the next skill is my least favorite. It was rocketry. I actually hated this skill so much. I changed it. All it was, they handed me a rocket and the instructions, and they said go ahead and build it. They didn't help me. They didn't help me do anything. I switched that skill as soon as I could get out of there, because basically I didn't have this one part. I didn't have the engine, and I was like, hey, where can I find this? They said, I don't know. And none of them would help me. None of them would do anything. It was absolutely terrible skill, so I got out of there as soon as I could. I changed that skill to outdoor living, which is like they teach you how to build fires, how to fish, and that was actually fun. The counselors were actually good for that skill, and I actually liked that. That was a pretty awesome kill streak there, by the way. I got like a bunch of helicopters and crap. So the next one, trash line. This was a skill where basically it was like, oh, what's up, I1C Nation, you said hi to me. But this skill was basically where they gave us a bunch of trash, and we would bang on it as much as we want. And then we ended up coming with a routine, and it was pretty sick. He actually recorded the routine, and we have it. I'm going to post it up here as soon as he emails it to me. It sounded pretty good, but is it just me, or does this map look ridiculously like the Wizard of Oz? I saw this tornado, it was black and white. I was really creeped out, man. So then after trash line, we had mountain biking, and this skill was probably one of my favorites because we just got to ride around camp, go down bikes, go through creeks, and the last day was the best day because we were like one of the only groups that actually got to go on a 5-mile downhill. You just rode straight downhill for 5 miles on paved roads. Didn't have to do any pedaling. It was so awesome. We went so fast, and once we got to the bottom, we got to take the truck all the way back up to the top. So it's like the best ride ever because you never have to pedal. Usually once you go all the way down to the bottom of a hill, you have to go all the way back up, right? Well, you didn't here. So now I want to talk about like the basic day and like some of the activities that we did. So one activity that I really want to talk about was Mud Fest. And this was basically where we all, there was a giant pit of mud. And we would all go in there and just wrestle for this ball. And whoever got the ball at the end of the round or brought it back to their side would win that. And that was a lot of fun. And they would give everybody a number, and you would come in when they say your number. So then there were like 10 kids wrestling at once. Well, then after they did that, they ended up calling the different states, and when they called Virginia, I went up there with like 15 or 20 other kids. We all wrestled for the ball, and I ended up winning. So that was really sick. I'm going to talk about each day in depth in the next part to this. This was like the first part explaining what the camp was and basically that stuff. So yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out part 2 of this Crew Productions, and I'm out, guys. Peace.